If you're struggling with breakouts, then keep watching because this video is going to talk you through 8 products that you need on your skin journey. Hello and welcome. My name is Madison Dohnt, and here on this channel I teach you the science behind health so that you can understand your body and become your healthiest you. I've been on my acne journey for over a year now, and if you haven't already, I highly encourage you to go and watch my acne story. But these are the 8 products that I have really come to know and love, and I really highly recommend that you look into getting these 8 products as well if you are serious about clearing your skin. So the first thing you need is a gentle hydrating cleanser, not one that's going to dry out your skin, which seems contradictory if you have oily skin because of acne, but I explain this a lot more in my video here, so I recommend that if you are not confident with your cleanser that you're using, that you go and check that one out. But I use this one here, which is the Gentle Cleanser from Skinstitute, and there are heaps of other amazing cleansers out there. You don't necessarily have to use this one, but I did start experimenting a little bit for the sake of this YouTube channel and to bring you guys reviews, but at the end of the day, all of that experimenting was just confusing my skin, and I kind of concluded that it wasn't worth it. So I've chosen to stick with one that I know works. I started using this at the end of 2019, and yeah, I've gotten to a place that I'm really happy with my skin, so to me it's not really worth experimenting, but as long as you find a really nourishing, hydrating, gentle cleanser, not one that's going to completely strip your oils because then your body just retaliates by making more, then you'll be sweet. Now, the second product you need on your skin journey is a very thin pin. Now, picking is not ideal, but I do understand that sometimes you have those whiteheads that are pretty much all to the surface, so there's not really much gunk underneath, and you just need to make a fine indent so that that pus can come out. I don't want to try and get too graphic, but at the end of the day, a lot of us who struggle with breakouts will pick. That's just what happens because you want it off your face. You need to be able to determine which breakouts are ready to be extracted and which ones are not. So if they're deep underneath the surface and they don't have a whitehead, do not touch them. I know it's hard because I struggle with it myself, but do not touch them. You should only touch them if they have a whitehead and they're ready to be pricked and extracted. In saying that, I used to do this with a sewing needle that was pretty thick, and yeah, that's probably why I experienced a lot of scarring. So I actually got these off my skin therapist, Claire. A lot of you guys have seen me talk about her on my Instagram, and if you're not already following me, then go and head over to my Instagram because that's kind of where I talk about my skin journey throughout the week and also give a whole bunch of other health tips. But yeah, she introduced me to these. These are medical grade needles, and they are super thin. And yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about them, but you do need ones that are super, super thin and ones that are sterile. They actually come in a plastic case. I'm not going to open them because I don't want to waste one, but yeah, they come in a plastic case so they stay sterile and they're nice and thin, so they are not going to cause any scarring. But all you want to do is just like really finely prick the area, and then if that breakout is ready to be extracted, it should be easy. If anything is difficult to extract, then you probably should leave it or go to Claire because she's the magic extractor. On this topic, my third favorite product, although these aren't in order, but the third one that I'm going to share with you today is called the Easy Squeeze, and this is by Clear Skincare. That's the brand, and I only recently discovered this maybe 2 months ago, and I actually invested in it because working with Claire, she taught me, which it seems really obvious, but obviously your pore looks like this, okay? Your pore is not anything but, so your pore goes straight down, and so when you're trying to extract a breakout, you don't want to like pull and tear your skin around it in all different ways. You just, if it's ready to come out, you should just be able to push down on the sides of the pore and then it comes up. So that's the whole concept of the Easy Squeeze. So it comes in this little case, and I keep it in there just to keep it clean, and then I also keep it in this little plastic bag as well, and it just looks like this here. And yeah, I kind of had seen these before. They're also called like blackhead removers as well. And I was a bit skeptical because the hole is usually so small that I was like, that's just gonna make things worse. But it actually doesn't. If the breakout is ready to come out, then it makes it so much easier. So you just, put it around the incision that you've made with the needle and then press really gently down and done. And it's actually reduced my inflammation a lot because I'm not like pushing and prodding my skin. The only points of contact with my skin are just around the hole. And it's reduced my inflammation. I should also note that hot water is also a really great way to draw out the impurities because it brings the blood and the circulation to the surface and opens up the pores. So it makes it a little bit easier to get that gunk out when you've opened up those pores. And also a face towel, so a washer, is also really good at being a very gentle exfoliator. You don't want to get it and like scrub, but I always just wet it with hot water and then just steam my face a little bit in the morning and just really gently go over my face just with a hot washer or hot towel, face towel, whatever you call them. It's just a really nice cotton gentle exfoliator just to get off that extra dead skin as well. So the fourth product that I'm going to recommend to you, a lot of you have probably already seen on my channel a lot because I've been using it for over a year now, and it is what really changed the game for me. I'll actually put a before and after of using this product, and it is the Biologi serum. So as you can see, I'm almost out of this bottle. I was counting how many bottles that I was up to, but now it's just gone too far and I have no idea. I've lost count. But basically, this one here is a single plant extract, and it's actually the Davidson plum. And when I was looking at making the investment into this product, I did a lot of research on it, and Davidson plum is really high in antioxidants, which are really good for repairing cell damage. You can even see from those before and after pictures that even just 3 weeks of using this significantly reduced my inflammation. So I did purge a bit after the first week. That's not always guaranteed, and I can't necessarily put that purge down to Biologi alone. I did have my brother's 18th, which I did kind of have a big weekend with him, so it could also be due to that because I do usually purge after alcohol as well. But I absolutely love it. From that 3 week mark, it just honestly changed the game for me. And then that 6 week mark, it was just game over. I knew that I was going to be using this from then on in. So I highly recommend this. If you want to know more information, I do have a Biologi video and I do have a discount code for you guys, which is Madison15. But I made that video reviewing these guys, and that before and after pic was all before Biologi had even heard of me and given me a code. So that is completely unbiased. I was just so shocked that it had worked so well, and because it is a bit of an investment, I was so doubtful of it that I don't know, I really wanted to recommend it to other people because I know how doubtful I was at the start, but I was also really hopeful at the same time, and I'm so glad that it paid off. So highly recommend this one. I'll also put the links to all of these products in the description below, and if I do have any discount codes, I think I only just have that one discount code that I'm going to be talking about today, but I will pop them down below as well. So the fifth product that I'm going to recommend to you today is not just any water bottle, but a water bottle with a handle. So this makes it super easy to carry around everywhere so that you can get your water consumption up, because if you just have a water bottle that you actually have to hold, then you've got one less hand and you're less likely to bring it if you've got your hands full. So that way you can just kind of put it around your finger and then you're good to go. There's no excuses why you can't bring your water bottle. And I do see a lot of memes saying like how people complain when others just tell them to drink more water and then their skin will clear. No, it's not that easy. There are a lot of root causes to acne, but drinking water definitely does help because that is how your body detoxes. So please do not dismiss this tip. No, it's not going to be the be all and end all because you do need to find that root cause, but you still should be drinking preferably 3 liters of water. I really struggle with drinking water. I probably drink 1 liter a day, but it is definitely something to strive towards because it is crucial in the detox process. The sixth product that I want to recommend to you is to get a diffuser and some antibacterial and relaxing essential oils. So the antibacterial one that I use is the tea tree oil, and I don't recommend that you put this directly to your skin. You're not really supposed to do that with essential oils, but you can use a carrier oil if you'd like. So you can look up on on. These oils are from Eco Aroma, so you can look up on their website their types of carrier oils if you like. But I also really, really love, it's probably one of my favorite oils, is lavender. So acne is very much driven by stress. It might not necessarily be your main root cause, but stress does cause most of us to break out. And lavender is just amazing at really calming your body down and getting you out of that fight or flight and reducing your cortisol. So I do have a video here on how cortisol can cause acne and ways to reduce it as well. But yeah, I usually just put some drops on my pillow when I'm going to sleep of the lavender, and it's just amazing. Like, it honestly helps me sleep, and putting it into a diffuser just really helps calm you down, and having that antibacterial tea tree really helps as well. The next product I want to recommend is a journal. Now, I know that some of you are probably looking at this and being like, yeah, okay, but obviously this isn't going to directly be applied to the skin, but like I said before, stress is a huge factor in acne, and if you are still stressed, even though you're doing everything else right, so you've fixed your diet and you've got your skincare under control, if you are still stressed, then you're probably not going to see the change that you want to see. So it is really important that you address that, but also acne and clearing your skin can be a really long and frustrating journey because there are so many things to try and so many things that don't work. And even though friends and family can be really supportive, and I'm very grateful for the people that I had around me when I was struggling, unless they've been through it themselves, they don't really, they just can't understand how bad and how painful it is. So by having a journal, it means that you can actually put down all of your thoughts, and it can allow you to feel heard. It's not like Dear Diary or anything like that, but you literally just write down how you're feeling, like just your thoughts, your doubts, your insecurities, what the acne is holding you back from that day. Like, when I was struggling with acne really bad, I put off dating for a whole year. Like, I just shut down from meeting anybody new for a whole year, even meeting new friends. And it was really difficult. So being able to journal and talking about how it all affected me in the moment just, really allowed me to feel heard. And I just wouldn't underestimate this tip. You're the only one reading it, so don't hold back, just go for it, and you should hopefully find a lot of relief in that. Now, while we are on the 8th product, I actually do have a bonus product recommendation for you, so do stick around because there is a 9th one. I kind of lied. But the 8th product that I recommend is lots of clean pillowcases. So obviously you're going to be sleeping on your pillow every single night, and your skin is going to be right there. Also, a lot of people produce oil when they sleep. That's why sometimes when you wake up, your face is a little bit more oily than when you went to bed. And so changing your pillowcase at least once a week is super, super important. And I find that I'm more likely to do this if I keep a few clean pillowcases in my wardrobe, because sometimes I forget, and if it's in the laundry, then I don't really think to, change them all the time. But if they're in my wardrobe, then when I'm getting ready, when I'm getting dressed, I see it and I go, it's really about time to change my pillowcase. I'll throw it on my bed so then I remember before I go to sleep that night. So this one, it does sound simple as well, but it just all contributes because you don't want all the gunk and build up to be there where you're resting your head for like 8 hours a night. So the bonus product that I wanted to recommend to you is a Vitamix. So I was back living with my parents just to save a bit of money in 2019, and I was using my mum's Vitamix all the time, and then I was moving out at the start of 2020, so for my birthday in December, she asked if I wanted a Vitamix to have of my own to take when I move out, and at first I said no. I was like, no, I think that there's probably something else that I would rather. And I'm so glad that I changed my mind and I was like, no, I want a Vitamix, because I literally use it every single day. It makes it so easy to eat healthy. I have my morning breakfast smoothie every day, and if I ever want to make DIY, because I'm dairy free and also refined sugar free and all that stuff, and a lot of the dips to have with like crackers and stuff, like rice crackers in the supermarket, they've got dairy in them, or they've got sugar in them, or other additives and preservatives, and it's just really tricky sometimes. So I just throw some avocado in this, throw some lemon juice and some dairy-free aioli, and you have yourself the best avocado dip ever. It's so good. I literally will eat way too much in one sitting. But yeah, a Vitamix just makes it so much easier to make breakfast smoothies, and I actually have a video of my breakfast smoothie and how I go about making that. So I will, yeah, pop that up there and you can check it out if you like. So I'm curious to know whether you already use any of these products or whether one of them jumped out at you. Maybe there's a product that you've decided you're going to go and try. So do let me know down in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, then please do go ahead and like and subscribe so that other people on YouTube can find this video as well. Like I mentioned earlier, also come and find me over on Instagram where I share health tips all throughout the week. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video next week.